Boker Tov. Today is Yom Sheni of Parashat Chukat. We continue with the parasha of Tum'ah and Tahara. In this next part, next Perek Chaf, we deal with the tragic loss of Miriam. We are being told that it's the first month of the 40th year, and Bnei Israel have come to a place called Kadesh, and Miriam dies, and she's buried. We're then told that there was no water for Bnei Israel. Vayikahalu al Moshe v'Aaron, and all Bnei Israel gathered to Moshe and to Aaron. Vayarev ha'am im Moshe, and they began to fight and argue with Moshe, and they told him, Lu gavan bigva achenu, how we wish we died the death of our brothers. Lama hevetem otanu, why did you bring us over here to die in this desert, us and our animals? Lama haritum Mitzrayim, why did we leave Egypt 40 years ago to this makom hara hazeh, this horrible place? There's no seeds, there's no dates, there's no grapes, there's no pomegranates. And Moshe and Aaron hear these words. All they can do is, they fall on their faces. And luckily, Hashem's kabod comes upon them. And the aliyah stops there. And the question, of course, we ask is, what's going on? Well, Chazal point out that Miriam's death and there being no water is why the Midrash tells us that b'zchut Miriam that we had water 40 years. Now she dies, and that's why there's no water. We have to assume, according to Chazal, that they had water in their jugs, enough for 2 or 3 days. People can survive 2 days without water. So it's probably on day 3 or day 4, after her death, that they're complaining about water. We can only assume from the first aliyah that Moshe and Aaron are dealing with the death of their sister, and therefore they're mourning their loss. The last thing they need to have now is the whole nation come to them to ask them for anything, let alone complain with such a bitter complaint by asking the question, why did we even leave Egypt in the first place to die here, us and our animals? And of course, the most beautiful part of the aliyah is that Moshe and Aaron, who deserve to have at least 1 week to be able to mourn their older sister, instead of responding to these accusations in a horrible way they're being spoken to, keep their mouth shut. Chazal tell us that's the reaction we should always have in life, even when we're right. Don't respond. Fall down in your face. Wait for something else to happen. Wait to make a white space between your emotions and your reaction.